haven where hundreds of innocent lives have been lost, thousands displaced, and tens of thousands of livestock stolen in daring, deadly raids. However, an operation dubbed Operation Maliza Uhalifu, launched in February of 2023 to tame the runaway insecurity that had disrupted learning and crippled economic activities, is slowly giving hope to residents in despair. Those displaced by violence are returning to the farms they abandoned 2 years ago when bandits ruled the villages with impunity. Our crime reporter, Gatete Njoroge, was in Kerio Valley to assess the relative calm and plans in place to sustain the peace.
Kura Akodo welcomes us to his home in Todo village, Tiati. After 2 years away, he is still rebuilding, piecing his life back together one day at a time. Once a proud owner of 30 goats and 10 cows, a symbol of wealth in his community, everything changed when bandits struck.
Wakati nilisikia wimbo alisema ho nikaanza kuingia kidogo nikaambia watoto idede.
As the bandits drove away his livestock, Akodo was left with nothing, reduced to a beggar struggling to feed his family in the bushes. A once thriving homestead full of livestock is now home to just 2 goats and a calf. Akodo says he has had no choice but to start life afresh.
Najua kwa sisi ile kusaidia ni kununulia mtu mbuzi au kama ni ng'ombe. Sasa kwa sisi hiyo ni kitu ya maana mtu alapo adumu. Unajua ukinunulia mbuzi sasa hiyo kitu na saa.
For a man who had lost everything but only hope, the presence of a military camp near his farm was a welcome relief. He made the decision to bring back his family with the hope that peace will prevail.
Unajua wakati umetoka maisha ni mbaya kwa maana uombe mtu vitu ni shida. Najua bali wewe umeishi ni mzuri. Utawasajua jirani yako hata hakuna kuchenga tena wewe kwenda huko kuchenga nyumba.
Just about 200 meters from the homestead we meet Kididi Akodo. Like Kura, he left in a half when attackers invaded their village. He cheated death with his 2 wives and children. The harrowing experience was too much for one of Kididi's wife. She opted to remain behind with her children when Kididi returned back home.
Amani ni kitu muhimu sana, hakuna kitu kama amani. Sasa amani sasa ikosekana, hata sisi wasi hatuna raha, hatuna nini, natembea kama saa hii. Hata unaona nyumba ziko tunachenga.
Their children who missed school for 2 years are among pupils from Todo Primary School who have resumed learning. The school, located less than a kilometer from Todo KDF camp, established during Operation Maliza Uhalifu, has suffered the brunt of banditry.
2017 ilikuwa mambo ya insecurity ilikuwa juu sana. Hata tulifosiwa tukafunga shule, tukaenda tukakaa huko karibu na Kuloa Primary. Tukakaa chini ya mtu huko, tukasoma. Hadi 2019 security kakuwa stable kidogo. Tukarudi huko. Tukaendelea nayo na masomo lakini na uoga. So tunaweza kuja shule hata mara 2 kwa wiki ama even once.
The presence of soldiers has not only ensured continuous learning but also goodies to the school, from food rations to water supply during dry seasons and even books. KDF is an answered prayer to the young learners.
Enrollment ilikuwa kama 148 lakini saizi tuko around 288 ama hata ni 98. Yeah. Tunaelekea 300. Hao wakiwa hapo tunakuwa assured of our safety.
With safety concerns aside, the challenge remains lack of classrooms for the growing number of learners. The school administration is pushing to have the school convert to a full boarding to accommodate pupils from the warring communities.
Grade 1 are learning under 3. Grade 2 under 3. Grade 3 they have a makeshift class down there. Grade 4 and 5 they're sharing the same classroom.
In the neighboring West Pokot County, Cheptulel Boys High School in Chesegon is the face of KDF efforts in rebuilding schools affected by banditry. The school carries the dark memories that Kenya endured in 2024. This was when a mission to inspect the ongoing reconstruction of schools by KDF in the troubled region turned tragic. The late Chief of Defense Forces General Francis Ogola had his last engagement at this school before his helicopter crashed on April 18, 2024. His memory is contained in this visitor's book. He wrote, and I quote, "Keep up the good work," a message not just for the school, but also for his troops. Following cases of insecurity in this area, students of Cheptulel Boys were forced to move from their school back in 2021.
School was moved to Nyangaita Secondary School in 2022, and Nyangaita was also growing. So in 2023 again, space became very little. The school again was moved to another school, a primary school in a Masol ward called Surumben Primary, until the late January of 2025.
Marks of the dark past is written all over. Bullet holes are still visible on the roofs and blackboards. The school, tucked inside bushes, enjoys security from soldiers who have a temporary camp within the school compound. KDF have fitted the classes with new doors, roofs, water tanks, and made a new football pitch.
We are now having a student population of around 120, and our population had really gone down. 2024, we started with around 16 students. But the government also made a call that parents bring their children, and we were given 8.
Walipika rangi kwenye ukuta ya shule hii. Pia kuna shule ya chekechea mahali pale, waliniwekea mabati ambayo ni mpya. Vile vile kuna maeneo ya msala, walinitengenezea pia maeneo ya msala ya shule ya chekechea. Kuna pia pande hii ya shule ya msingi.
With relative peace comes the burden of keeping the communities engaged. Farming is emerging as one of the best ways to foster peace among the warring communities. Chepke Farm, also known as Peace Farm, is a reflection of the personal commitment by a section of residents to have peace. Located along Kerio River, which separates Tiaty and Marakwet East constituencies, accessing this area before was a death sentence.
2023-22 ungefika hapa, ungekuwa unapoteza maisha kwa sababu hakuna venye ungefika.
Kitambo ufike Kerio, utakuwa umepata manyayo ya wale wakora. Na wakishapata yenu sasa ni kufuata sasa. Sasa hapo ilikuwa shida kabisa.
Young men from Tiaty constituency swim across daily to Marakwet East, a dangerous journey in unfamiliar territory, in search of work at the farm where maize is in plenty. In the scorching sun, the young men work under the supervision of chiefs and national police reservists, a trend unheard of in the past when the two sides could not see eye to eye.
Ile shida kubwa hapa ni njaa. Ndio resources hapo inakuwa scarce. Lakini serikali wakiweka project ya kulima bandai, irrigation scheme, itakuwa ya manufaa kwa watu wetu wote. Na utaona vita ikifanyika hapa.
A similar project has taken shape in a rural location. Kabanon Kapkamak irrigation scheme supplies the local community and the larger North Rift region with watermelons, maize, sorghum.
Watu wa ngambo ile, sehemu za Tiaty Kibnai kule, wanakuja huku soko, wanakuja wananunua mboga. Pia sisi tunaenda kule soko na wanakuja pamoja, na naona hiyo italeta watu that will bring national unity and also harmony and peace in this area.
Accessibility to bandit-prone areas has been one of the hindrances in pacifying the region. Initiatives such as tamaking of the Kinyach, Kalabata, Kakimet, Aror Road, a stretch which is about 50 kilometers, aims at opening up the area. Insecurity has left them marginalized, and at the mercy of criminals for ages.
All these roads are very significant in terms of ending banditry in Kenya. Because when you do so, the bandits operating area becomes very narrow. So this infrastructure is extremely important. Also, we need schools. Most of the bandits are 15, 16, 17, 18 years. We need to cut the supply by ensuring that they're in school so that there is no room for them to go to banditry.
Murkomen attributes the success of the operation, which has reduced cases of banditry by at least 65%, to intelligence-led operations.
What the security teams have been doing is to go for targeted operation, trying to get to know who buys guns, who distributes ammunitions, who buys the livestock that is stolen, and then so that then you cut the demand side.
The Interior Cabinet Secretary says there are plans to establish a military training camp along the Kerio Valley belt, which will serve as a base for operations against banditry and a source of security for residents. While there have been isolated cases of violence in a few areas, the vast majority of Kerio Valley remains peaceful. Residents are going about their daily lives, hopeful that the calm they are experiencing at the moment, thanks to continued security operation and community engagement, will continue forever. Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV, Tot, Elgeyo Marakwet County.